So we filmed some roleplay stuff with Kimberly and my dad.
Yes.
Now Kimberly and my dad are going to Tony Romo at AKA do some color commentary and let you know what we did right, what we did wrong. Take it away.
Zach, I'd like to introduce you to Kimberly. Kimberly's the our F&I manager. She's going to review some protection programs with you. And do you remember me mentioning the possibility of an extended warranty for you? She'll be able to tailor that to your exact driving needs. So please give all your attention to Kimberly.
Hi, Zach. How are you? Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome.
It's just a crazy day. It's crazy busy today. So we're just gonna, get through this, and you're gonna be going out in your new car here shortly. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, great. All right, so.
So I agreed to the price with the salesman.
Yeah.
So we're good to go.
Okay, I want to say something.
Okay.
So normally, you wouldn't be bringing the customer into my office.
That
The
is
finance
correct.
manager would be going out, introducing themselves and gathering information so that they can build that menu. And part of the information would be, how many miles do you drive a year? Do you keep your car in the garage? Where do you get your maintenance done? So that I can put that menu together. But this is a busy day, I can see.
There were papers flying everywhere.
Yeah, there sure were.
Yeah.
So you brought a customer in.
I tried to do my best finance turnover, where I mentioned the fact that we have extended warranties that are available and that you could tailor to his exact driving needs.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's key. Something for our customers to pay attention to.
Yes,
That's great.
when they
Okay.
hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting set up.
Yeah, exactly. Pay attention.
Yeah.
I got your everything, all your paperwork you're all ready to go. So all you got to do is sign up. I'm just
Let's
going to
sign
go
it.
over a couple of things here with you quickly so you can get going. I'm going to tell you what comes with the vehicle, what's available for the vehicle, and most importantly, how those things work.
Okay.
So you ready?
But they already come with the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
There's a lot that comes with the vehicle. There's some things that you might be interested in as well that you can purchase with the vehicle, but I'm going to go over those with you real quick.
What is this?
Well, this is called a menu, and if you take a look over here, right there, see these boxes? I'm just going to go down through there and go over each thing briefly with you. If you have any questions, just ask me
Does this
at
come
the
with
end.
the vehicle?
These are things that are available additionally for the vehicle for protection. And I know you want to be fully protected on this vehicle. They're so expensive today, aren't they? I mean, you're spending a lot of money.
I did pay over MSRP, and my dad told me not to. Don't tell him I
Oh,
did.
God. Okay, that'll be our little secret.
He should have never mentioned that he agreed to pay over MSRP. He just shouldn't have.
Don't mention that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're basically telling the finance manager that I just got suckered out there, so I'm...
Yeah. And the finance manager's thinking to herself, well, if you got suckered out there, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to take advantage of you in here.
Yep, getting set up for sure. He's setting himself up.
Yes, let's see how he plays this out.
So do most people, do they get this column A or B? Or
Well,
C?
most people get column A, so let's run down through that
All right,
briefly.
yeah.
So with column A, you're going to be fully covered with warranty. Extended warranty, I'm sure you've heard of that. So that's going to cover you for the next 7 years and 100,000 miles. So if something breaks, it gets fixed, done. You don't have to worry about it.
I love how the finance manager here is talking to the buyer as if they have heard of all of this before. Like, I'm sure you know what extended warranty is.
Most customers would be too embarrassed to go, no, I have no idea.
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, just shake your head.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're shaking your head up and down.
Gap coverage is going to pay the loan off in case it gets totaled or stolen so that you're not paying on something you might not have anymore. That is
Okay.
not a good feeling. But don't worry about it. That's what Gap does for you.
Okay.
Tires and wheels, pick up a nail, hit a pothole, jump a curb, I'm a curb jumper, then you're going to get all new tires and wheels. 5 years, unlimited miles.
Okay.
Don't worry about that
All right,
either.
All right. You can keep pitching me.
Yeah, well, you're going to love this, Zach. Maintenance, oil changes, chassis filters, lubes, fluids, it's all covered. You just drive in and drive away. You don't even have to shell out any money. That's covered here for you.
I've never spent any money on those types of products before.
On what products? You mean these guys that I'm going over with you here?
The chassis, the lubes, the whatever.
Filters, fluids, all that kind of thing. Yeah, well, it's
But
maintenance.
it's covered. Okay, all right.
It's maintenance. You have to do it regardless. So
All right.
Now, if it were me, if he said I've never paid for any of that stuff, I might have said, "Is this your first car?"
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Well, it's maintenance. You have to
Yeah.
do maintenance.
Yeah.
But I will say sometimes you do have to tell people that because you've seen them have their vehicles come in on a flatbed with a blown engine and standing there crying saying, I didn't know that I
Yeah.
had to
that every 7,500 miles I was supposed to come here and get some work done.
Paint and interior protection. Now, what comes with your vehicle is a thin, clear coat. It lasts, probably a few years. I don't know if you've ever seen any cars from Florida. The paint jobs don't look so spectacular as they do out here on the showroom floor, especially
Sure.
the black ones like what you're getting.
Sure, yeah.
So paint and interior protection is also for 7 years, unlimited miles. It is gorgeous. It's a nice thick coating on the outside. It goes on the interior as well for stains, spills, grease, oil, dyes, that kind of thing. Key plan. Do you know how much these keys are, Zach?
A lot.
They're a lot.
$50.
Yeah, have you ever lost a key in your life?
Yes. Covered.
Don't worry about it. You're
Okay,
covered.
Got it.
Can I just say
Yeah.
that this is a busy day at the dealership. And so I am rushing through this. And Zach, to me, appears young. And, I feel that I can fly through this and not get many questions out of him.
And he seemed eager,
Yes,
receptive.
eager and receptive, exactly.
Yeah.
So I went through it as fast as I could with him, thinking that he's just going to sign here.
Well, let's see if
Let's
he does.
see if he does.
Yeah.
So, quick question for you.
Sure.
What do all these things cost individually?
Well, let me show you something. If you take a look over here,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're wondering what these columns are too, right? So all this is doing is just dropping them off as we go down in columns. So
Yeah.
for example, if you just got the extended warranty and gap coverage, it's showing you right here what your car payment would be just with those two coverages.
Okay.
But as you can see, Zach, the difference between being fully protected and just having these two protections, it's not that much.
My parents did tell me to always stay fully protected.
Yes, as you should.
Okay. Now, I will say that what Zach doesn't know yet is exactly in this little computer here what pricing I do have on those. He doesn't know. Now, I could have those prices marked up ridiculous amounts that I don't even think I would sell them for myself. But he doesn't know that.
No.
And so as the buyer, always keep that in mind that you don't know what prices they've plugged in there.
And truth be told, that first shot you're taking, you're just hoping.
Yeah,
That's
always.
like I can only hope and pray that this customer says yes to these numbers without asking anything,
Exactly.
because they have no idea how marked up it is.
But when it comes to my vehicle, I'm not convinced. What's the price for each of these? Because one of the things I don't understand, Kimberly, when
Yeah.
I'm looking at this is I agreed with, I think his name was Raymondo. I agreed with Raymondo
Right.
on the out-the-door price.
He's our best salesperson.
We didn't even talk about monthly payments.
Okay,
So I'm kind of curious,
okay.
how did I get to the 757, the 7, like what is what's the VSC, which you call an extended warranty? So I want to understand that. What's that cost?
Sure.
What's the gap cost? What's the tire and wheel cost? What's the maintenance? Like what's the actual cost?
Oh, you mean like the prices?
He started asking the right questions.
He sure did. He sure did. And so that really quick delivery process just turned into a urge.
Yep, he went from what you thought was going to be an easy sale to all of a sudden he's asking you questions you don't really want to have to confront.
No, I don't. And so I'm going to go around those questions best I can. And I'm still going over payment with him.
Yes.
It's all about payment so far.
Let's see what happens.
The
Is that the
prices.
prices?
The price is right.
Like the price is right. What is the actual price of each of these? Is that what you're asking?
That is exactly what I'm
Okay.
asking.
Well, let me see here. Well, I tell you what, Zach. I think that your third cousin actually bought a car here before. Am I right?
Kimberly.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you friends and family discount.
All right, so
how's
fill me
that
in.
go? So with the friends and family discount, then Zach, that instead of $757, that's going to bring you down to $702 with the friends and family discount.
So 702.
Yeah, that just takes a little bit of money off of each one to get you down in your payment.
So again, I guess I'm just curious.
I'm getting the feeling that Zach's backing me into a finance manager corner.
I get that sense as well. Yeah. He keeps asking for price, and you're doing what you're trained to do, which is, let's keep you on payment.
Yeah.
And never really disclose what the actual price for each item is.
Because so you just took about $50 off a month on a 72-month note. How much is that a month? It says 50, 72. That's like 30. How many thousands of dollars could that possibly be that you just
Right.
did?
Well, you got to take into consideration your interest too.
my
So you
interest,
can't
yeah.
really add and subtract.
So how
that
much do these
way.
cost?
You mean the price?
That's still the price. Yes.
All right. So I tell you what.
That's your favorite line, but then you don't
I
tell
tell
me
you what.
anything.
All right. I'm gonna give you, instead of friends and family, we're gonna go down to
Family and family?
we can do employee.
I
Okay. That's even better.
am a YAA.
Oh, I
employee.
saw that. Yeah.
Apparently he's somebody's employee.
Are you thirsty, Zach? All right. So.
What are the prices?
The prices
Kimberly?
of each of these, all right, I'm just going to write them down here
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, okay?
So the VSC is 3,500. Mm-hmm. GAP's 900.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, that 3,500 just came off of the 5,000 that I had plugged into my computer. So bingo, I got the room to bring it down.
To make it, you just gave away money you never expected to get.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. But bless him for pressuring you to provide him with the actual pricing.
Yes, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
$910 for the tire and wheel. Mm-hmm. $1,299 for the maintenance plan.
Yeah, here's where you really get a big break.
I mean, the paint interior
yeah.
for $799.
And then this one. This is just a little one here, Zach, so
$300
it
keypad.
doesn't even hardly make a difference in your payment. But, okay, so there are the prices.
I tell you what, you've given me the prices. I appreciate that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy the car today. Thanks for getting me approved for that loan.
Sure.
I appreciate that. And I really enjoyed working with Raymondo.
He's wonderful. He's
A
our
veteran.
best.
He's a veteran.
Yeah, top salesperson.
Good haircut, too.
Really great.
Fantastic
People are
haircut.
always talking about his hair.
Because they can't see it.
Well, there's that.
But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this menu that you wrote on, if that's okay. I'm going to do a little shopping. I'm a savvy consumer. I'm going to go see if I can get some other
Sure.
quotes for these. And I'll tell you what, I don't need to finance them. If I'm going to buy them, I'll buy them from you. I'll call you back tomorrow. I'll let you know if I want to buy any of them. Is that
Okay.
okay?
He said something there. He said, I'm going to take this menu with me. Mm-hmm. Do that. Always do that.
Sure.
That's not a form that the finance manager is going to give you.
And the finance manager typically wouldn't give it to you. So what I would do is I would say, well, okay, I understand you don't want to give it to me. Give me a photocopy.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to want to give out that form. They don't. They don't want you to have the actual breakdown. And the wonderful thing that you were doing is every time he would bring something up, you would always deflect and redirect. You would deflect off of his question and just redirect back to the payment, trying your best to not have to give him the actual numbers
Yeah,
for each item.
we want him to settle on the payment. That's what it's all about.
Yep, we want, as it turns out, probably 95% of all customers are payment buyers.
Yep.
And that's all they care about is what their monthly payment is, and they could care less what each one of those items costs them.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, Zach, is that especially with GAP, you're gonna, want to roll. That's a loan protected, so you're
Yeah.
gonna need to roll that into your loan.
Yeah.
So I would definitely at least do that one.
Okay.
And with the rest of them, I mean, what's it gonna take so that we can just get this wrapped up tonight?
Well, I tell you what. On the GAP, you tell me, does the loan get processed immediately? Do I have a couple days? Can I come back to you? It's immediate?
Yeah, it's immediate. It's electronic, so it goes straight through
You
that
do have a fancy
computer.
MacBook. I did notice
Yeah,
that.
it goes right through there.
into
And
the,
it gets funded
to
like
the
that.
internet.
Right. So these things, yeah.
I will say that's true.
Yeah, funding it happens quickly these days.
It sure does.
It's not like the old days where you physically had to mail the contract into the bank
Exactly.
and wait to get paid.
Tell you what,
It's
I'm gonna
super fast.
I'm gonna pass on the gap for today.
Are you sure about that, Zach? Because if
But
you
what's
pull out
cost?
of
What's
your-
cost on the gap?
Oh, I can't tell you cost.
What's cost on the gap? What would you sell it to your sister or your brother? What would you sell it to?
Well,
the
you've
family?
already got, the employee pricing. I would have to get my manager to sign off on anything less than employee pricing.
Finance manager in most dealerships, unless there's a finance director,
Yeah.
the finance manager calls the shots in their office. There is never an override. There's not a manager approval. That's not true.
No, they can decide at what price point they're willing to sell something for.
Yeah.
And if they're fighting to get to a certain penetration level for pay plan purposes, they very well might turn around and sell the gap insurance at cost in order to reach that penetration level, because it could ultimately make a finance manager a couple $1,000s more in income that month for having hit that required percentage of penetration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's a key. If a finance manager ever says to you, well, I need to get approval for that, that's no.
That's total BS.
Yeah, you got it.
What's the gap go up to? 100%, 120% of vehicle cost to 150? What is
It
it?
covers 150%, and it also pays your deductibles for
Really?
you.
The two questions that I always say that you want to ask the finance manager about gap coverage. Does it pay 150%?
Exactly.
Does it pay my deductibles for me? So
Yep.
kudos to
Because
Zach.
most don't.
Most don't.
I have literally seen people pull off the lot and total it at the end of the lane. And if they didn't get gap, they're kind of like, they owe more because of depreciation.
I'll give you $750 for the gap. We can roll it into the loan. We can get that done today. Everything else, I'm going to price shop, and I'll call you back tomorrow if I'm interested.
I mean, you see what he just did? He took control.
Yes.
And he
Told
is
you what he was
telling
willing
me.
to pay. Yeah.
He's telling me what he's going to give. I love that. I love it.
Okay, well, let me get that cleared with my boss. $795.
So, you're really pushing my buttons here, Kimberly.
It's $795. It doesn't make a difference in payment for you. I think it's like 50 cents or something.
$795's fine.
All right, great. Let's sign you up for gap coverage. Now, how do you feel about making sure everything is repaired? Computer chips on wheels.
I'm going to go to joinyaa.com. I am going to get a free
who's
quote
that?
for a vehicle service contract, and then I will tell you what the price is of theirs. And if you can beat it, more power to you. And if it's the same contract or better, I'll do it. But I want to price shop that tire and wheel. I want to price shop maintenance. I'm not that interested. I'll pay the maintenance. It's all good.
So right now, I've already gotten a no from him. I know that it's getting late. We're really busy, and I could push and push and push on an extended warranty, but he's already told me he's going somewhere else for that. So
Yep.
I'm going to start taking a different approach here
Absolutely.
for product penetration.
Yep.
Paint interior, yeah, it's compelling, but let me price shop it. Let me call the other Volkswagen dealership in the area, and let me see what they'll sell it to me for.
Adding a little pressure there, isn't he?
He sure is. He sure is. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Key plan, nice try. I've never lost a key. I can't lose keys.
Well, let me
I'm
ask
addicted to
you.
keys.
Let me ask you something, Zach. If you could have any of these other things, other than the extended warranty, if you could have tire, wheel, maintenance, paint and interior, or key care for free, which one would you choose?
For free? Mm-hmm. Well, what's the most expensive one?
Well, excluding the VSC.
And you're saying for free?
Yeah.
So why don't we just discount the selling price of the car by another $12.99 if you're going to toss around free products?
He said discount the price of the car. I can't do that.
No, you cannot. Not as the F&I manager. You can discount your products. You can't discount the car.
This is where you and I would have
We'd be having a conversation.
explain that too.
Well, the sales department has already given up whatever it is they can afford to give up price-wise. And any other discounts that are to occur in the F&I office are off of the F&I manager's products that they're selling, not off of the sales department. The sales department shouldn't dictate to the finance department how much they're allowed to make. And the finance department can't dictate to the sales department what they can make.
No, I'm asking you if I'm asking you a question like, hey, if the free gods came out of the sky and said, Zach, we're going to hand one of these over to you, which one would fit your lifestyle the best?
Okay, so do you know what I'm doing here?
You're just trying to find out what one he might like. And then you can determine if he likes it enough that you might be able to find a price point where you can finally get him to say yes.
You got it.
Yep.
And squeeze in a product because I've
Yeah.
got them all marked up so much. But still, I know I can come even further down.
Yes.
So if I could keep his payment $1 or $2, again, it goes back to payment. If I can keep his payment within a couple of bucks and squeeze in another product for my pay plan, yeah, I might not be making a whole lot of money off of it, but part of the
Yep.
pay plan is product penetration.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're working on here. And I don't know if Zach's going to go for that.
He's tough.
Which one would fit you?
Kimberly, you are a very nice woman. Very kind. I appreciate what you've done here. If that was reality, I wouldn't be buying a Volkswagen Atlas. I'd be on my yacht with my dad.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do, though, is I'm going to try and go up to the big guy and see if I can't squeeze in another product here for you.
Raimondo Sr.
The big guy. And see if I can't just squeeze in another product. We've already given you $7.95 on Gap.
Yep.
But if I can get an override on that, and maybe you like the tire and wheel plan.
I'd like to get out of here tonight, Kimberly.
Are
I'm
you
going to
sure?
shop everything else.
Are you
Sign
sure?
me up for the Gap.
You're sure?
Thank you for everything.
All right, then.
He surprised the hell out of me. Apparently, he's paid attention over the last 18 or 20 months or so.
He sure is because he really worked this deal.
Yes.
He worked the finance manager, and the finance manager is working the deal as well. But boy, did he take control.
Yep.
He really, really did.
Yep. That's the whole key. Is if the customer knows enough that they can then take control, they can save themselves ultimately thousands upon thousands of dollars.
He sure can.
Yep.
The only thing that I would have liked to see him do was ask what his base payment
Yes,
was.
he never did ask that.
He let me go right into the menu, right down to the bottom line of the payment. Now, granted, he's only taking Gap coverage, but still, you want to start with what's my base payment?
Exactly.
Which is in that teeny tiny print at the top of
At
that
the top,
little,
the real
teeny
little payment.
tiny box. Yeah.